present you this new investment prospect and wish you thank you in advance for your consideration. First of all, allow me to introduce our team. First I'd like to introduce Victoria, who unfortunately cannot be here because of her travel arrangements. She says hello, she regrets it very much. Second one is Daniel, who's our finance math guy. Furthermore, there's Balint, who will present you the competition, the competitors of the company we hope you will invest in. And finally, I would like to present myself, David. I'll take you through the market, the business model, the customers, etc. And our mentor was Claudia Wash, who's been there for us all the time. So this is our analyst team, and I would like to get to the presentation. We'll talk about a company called Hero Furniture. I hope we will convince you it's a very good investment prospect. We think they have a great potential in the furniture market in the future. We'll present to you why. We think they can be growing in a highly competitive environment. They have a good competitive advantage. And finally, our final guy will take you through the value of the company itself. All right. I think that by investing in this company, we all think that you will actually help refurnish the homes of America's elite. The brightest, the smartest people in America will have these furnitures in their homes. So, before we go into the math, the financial parts of the analysis, we would like to present you why we believe that this business not only can, but will succeed with your investment. Victoria was very impressed, first of all, with the owners and the managers of the business. They are hardworking, determined, they're passionate, it's their business, and they invested a considerable amount of money in it themselves, so they are willing to take a risk. But that's not the only reason. Actually, what they really do is they target high-income, upper-class customers with high-quality furniture that's handmade in America, and they give great customer service. Another reason why we're very impressed is exactly their customer obsession. When the client is in the showroom, which are currently 29, with 6 more to go in the region of the Midwest, the customers are not feeling any pressure. It's really common for the salesperson just to say, that is okay, do not feel pressure. If you want to take a decision later, please come back, we're always open. Take a decision when you feel it's right. Because of that, the customers enjoy coming to our stores, they do not feel any pressure, and they are very loyal, and they actually reference this store, the product, to all their, let's say, rich friends, the other CEOs and successful people in the Midwest. And this business actually grew during the crisis years of 2008, 2012, which is very impressive because the market actually was crushing down. One of the reasons was definitely this customer obsession. Customers were loyal, they were still coming back. And just a little bit about the segmentation. What segments are they targeting? Obviously, they're going for the higher income, the upper class, or the above middle class income. They are working mostly by reference, especially for mid-aged and senior people. And some online features of advertisements or promotion, because we rely on reference alone, might be required for the younger age groups, which have still pretty high income. And now, the business, Hero Furniture, is currently based in the heartland of America, in the Midwest, in the states of Kansas and Missouri. In the future, the market will most likely be saturated in the 6 cities with more showrooms. Currently, there are around 20,000 really high-income individuals. From a logistics and even cultural point of view, it makes sense. There's a lot of potential in all of America for a big expansion in the future. We're thinking very, very much ahead. It makes sense to go to Chicago, which is at least, according to the US Census, 50,000 high-income individuals, and of course Texas, which is to the south, obviously, with 60,000 high-income individuals living in Dallas, and at least 100,000 in the city of Houston. With Miami, a lot of rich pensioners, and of course in New York, in Manhattan, with over 150,000 rich individuals. So we think there's a lot of potential for expansion in the future. It's definitely worth going into this business. And now I'll pass the word over to Balint, who will take the competitive advantage.
Let's see, take picture of the competition. We are not alone. Toya has some really serious and fierce competitors. They have all those fancy showrooms, which are indeed for luxurious furniture equipment. And they have all handmade, domestic, high-quality products. So we are not competing with IKEA or other mass production furniture companies, but with those who offer high quality and client-based solutions. So in this fierce competition, Toya can make one step ahead of its competitors by having a higher quality of services. The salespersons are the most professionals in the industry, and a unique technique of the 3D room planning, because the customers want to furnish their homes, not just buy a table or something like that. They want to live in that room, in that house for a decade, for 2 decades. So they want to be impressed, and therefore Toya has interior designers at every showroom, so they can have any questions to them. They can advise the customers, and this really room planning is about taking a picture of your home, your bedroom, your dining room, and so on. And the IT specialist of Toya can visualize that how would your bedroom look with that new bed. How would your dinner look with that new table. And it can catch the attention of these customers. The competitors two of the competitors has such solutions. One of them is Herty. It's made for engineers, I think. So this solution is not giving that cozy home-like feeling of how would my bedroom like. The other one, the LA Z-Boy, is really basic. You just put those items in a surface, and once again, not like a cozy home. So Toya has one of the best solutions, and in a fierce competition it could be where this company can shine. I'm giving the word to Davey again, who will talk about the partnerships.
Yes, obviously the competition is pretty fierce. They will figure out that luxurious furniture has a pretty high demand in the upper class or the high income classes. So our biggest competitive advantage is, of course, the customer experience. They do not feel pressure when they come in there. It's actually a very good, family-friendly environment. We want to make it even better, that while they're there, they can enjoy a really good cup of coffee. And after rigorous analysis, we thought that a good suggestion to go in the future would be with Nespresso, which also tries to target maybe at least middle class, high income people. They consider themselves to be the best coffee with the highest quality. So the idea would be that we would improve our customer experience. While looking at the furniture, you can enjoy a really good cup of coffee. Nespresso would make such an arrangement exclusively with us, with no other furniture brand. It's still up to contractual arrangements. And of course, in exchange, we're hoping that Nespresso will not charge, Tour hopes that Nespresso will not charge anything for the service, but in exchange, Tour will offer them the customer base or the user base, if you will. We have access to some of the richest customers with the most high income, who have really high standards, and they actually pass they actually pass on the word of quality by reference to their friends who are in the same income group. So we will offer this to Nespresso, and they will help us have that customer experience. Obviously, we have a necessity to expand in other parts of America, and we're hoping to partner with UPS in a similar way. We will make the UPS, if UPS will help us, of course, deliver the furniture to our clients, say in Chicago, Texas, or even the East Coast, we can make maybe a branding or marketing campaign where UPS is the only one delivering this best quality furniture. And rich people, high-income people, when they move their furniture, they have high standards on making sure that nothing is even partially damaged that's moved. They want the best service, which is on time and which is very reliable. And we will try to convince them UPS is this service, and UPS will again gain the benefit from our customer base. This is just for the competitive advantage. Now I'll pass the word over to Daniel.
Okay, now let's have a look at the numbers. What we see at the case of Toyer furniture is a very rapidly growth rate. Okay, that's true that the growth rate decreasing in the next 7 years, but still Toyer furniture is growing. The cost structure remains the same, more or less, but we will be, or the company will be, more cost efficient. We made an estimation of the business value, which is now about $100 million, and it will increase in the following next year. It's important that only more than 10% of the share is held by private investors. So we would recommend that we should buy this ownership, and based on this method, the calculated value of 10 millions we should offer. Let's see the other method. It was pretty challenging to find another company in the market which has more or less the same operations as Toyer Furniture has, and also the financial structure. But we found one, and it's Haverty Furnitures. We had to make this estimation on the price of one share, and so we got $70 million value on the part of equity we should buy. So, as a conclusion, we believe that Toyer Furniture is a very good investment, and we should offer a $40 million offer. It's quite polite, and and we see a high competitive advantage of this company, and also a huge expansion potential. So, dear investment committee, we are waiting for the questions.
Thank you so much. It's your turn.
Let's start with this huge expansion potential that you highlighted in the end. I understand, and one of you mentioned that the key competitive advantage is related to your relationship with the customers, the excellent staff that you have. So, do you see any recruitment challenges in these expansion plans? How will you make sure that those people in Chicago and the other cities you highlighted will be up to your standards?
Toyer is determined, Toyer insists on the highest standards, so when doing the recruiting, Toyer's planning to spend quite a significant amount of time to making sure that the salespeople are well trained, and that they already maybe know there's some customers in Chicago. So it will definitely be people with previous sales experience who can be easily trainable and who are quite determined to make a difference in the world. So we furnish the homes of the American elites on both coasts.
Just could you provide me some insights to the corporate culture of Toyer? So how would you summarize in a few words, like what it feels like to work for Toyer from an employee's perspective?
We didn't work for our analysts of the investment company, but having spent time there, And Victoria was very impressed. They do insist on the highest standards. They are very obsessed with the customer, trying to have the best experience for the customer itself. And these would probably be the two words, the highest standards and the customer.
Help me out. I didn't really get the 10% free flow thing that you were talking about at the end.
Okay. That was a given data that, sorry, here. In the year 2007, there was a fundraising campaign of Toyer Furniture, and they needed a fund in value of, I think, $7 million. And based on the data in this year, the value of the equity of the company, that was the ratio which is represented by these private investors. We calculated it 13%. And yeah.
So roughly 18.7 is the founder's share, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you came up with the 100 million and the 72 million by?
The 100 million is the value of the whole business, but there are some liabilities which is not part of the equity, and that's why is the difference between the 100 million business value and the 72 million dollar equity value.
Let's go back to the, I think one of the first slides you had was related to the segmentation of your customers, the younger ones and the elderly. Could you please elaborate on these online options? How would it really work on selling online?
Obviously, it would be maybe just Facebook, Twitter, and these ads, but obviously the younger crowd, and here they are younger, high income, maybe young couples who just got married with the parents from both sides being pretty high income, so having inherited perhaps even a business. They are young just like everyone else, and they do use online. The older crowd is more about reference, talking to their peers, talking to their business partners, perhaps their old friends, who recommend this store. And this age group is where it's kind of breaks down. This is an age group which is mid-size, which is in the productive age, definitely having finished studies, and they're on the labor market. They have to be still targeted by reference from their peers, who might happen to be older, but they need to be probably targeted online as well, at least with a really well-designed website.
Sorry to interrupt. Am I right to conclude that probably this younger age group is that what really holds a significant growth potential for the company's expansion plans?
You mean this one, or?
The 25-30 years.
They're not, of course, they're not the biggest source of expansion for our company. People who are already productive age, but they are going to get older. Their income might increase. I think it's quite reasonable to not leave them out, so don't underestimate their potential. They deserve to have a really good home, and especially as an example, we use that analysis. If it's a young couple with a home, they want to have the best luxurious furniture. It would be really bad to leave them out. They deserve the highest quality service.
What's the communication message to this age group that is relevant from a high-end furniture retailer?
In your future home, have the best quality luxurious furniture you have for your new life.
The next question should be the last one.
As far as the logistics is concerned, what is your solution if you would like to expand your business from Chicago to Houston or Texas? What is your logistics solution?
We mentioned it in this slide. we have a necessity to expand because it's also a way to mitigate risk, because the market in the Midwest might get oversaturated. Eventually, demand might decrease. After analysis, we chose UPS. Having studied the market, they are the most reliable, most on time. They have outperformed FedEx. So we would use them, and it is Toyota's hope as well that UPS will be very open to a partnership as well. So,
And besides, currently we are not manufacturing on ourselves the furnitures, we are outsourcing this task, and in the future we could make the same. Also.
Why not second warehouse? Have you believe that it's in operation?
we do have a couple of distribution centers which are close to our customers in the Midwest, in the cities of St. Louis, in Kansas City, and also in Des Moines, Iowa. And currently, if the customer really likes the furniture and wishes to purchase it, we can deliver it in the same day. But it would be very cost intensive to build distribution centers in Chicago and Dallas and Houston right away. But just to penetrate the market, we would probably use UPS and their system.
Teammate, thank you so much.